Good afternoon. My name is Sue Rogers, and I am the president-elect of the Junior League of Greenwich. Joining me today is our president, Alessandra Messinea-Long. We are a league in our fabulous 50s with an active membership in the 200s and a large sustainer base of over 500. What you probably don't know about Greenwich is that it is much more socioeconomically diverse than most people realize. Yes, Greenwich is a wealthy community of both old money and new hedge fund money, but there is also great diversity, with 15% of the public school student body qualifying for free or reduced lunch. Almost 20% of the public school students are non-proficient English speakers. We also have a growing aging population, and almost one-fifth of our town residents struggle financially. The Greenwich Pool and Byram Park project is a public-private partnership between the Junior League and the town of Greenwich, aiming at creating a new outdoor community pool for users of all ages. The pool will provide outdoor swimming facilities to all residents. The project was identified through our Community Project Development, or CPT process, as an unmet need in our community. It is a hybrid multi-year project that contains a rather large fundraising component. Here you see that the current pool has come to the end of its useful life. It is an 85-year-old residential pool that was situated on a piece of land the town acquired in 1976. The current pool leaks chlorinated water into Long Island Sound and can only accommodate 40 swimmers at one time. It doesn't meet ADA building and health codes. The town of Greenwich approved the project in May at a total cost of $9.5 million. The Junior League has pledged to embark on a capital campaign to raise $2.5 million and contribute $250,000 toward the campaign. We knew from the beginning that the process of building momentum for the project in terms of member and community buy-in, and that gaining political backing would be difficult and time-consuming. Going in, we were realistic that this was going to be a marathon and not a sprint. The Junior League and the town decided that creating a partnership would increase the probability of success for the project, as the league would provide strong community support and lower the cost of the project to the town. Both were key factors in getting the project approved. Thus, we created a public-private partnership, which is a mechanism for raising funds for capital projects. Through the partnership, we have collaborated on designing the project and successfully obtaining town approval and financial support to build the new community pool. This alone was a 7-year process. The Junior League is very proud that we have a proven track record of successful brick and mortar projects and public-private partnerships that have met community needs and reflect our continuing commitment to serve Greenwich. They are valuable resources for our residents, in addition to increasing our visibility in the community. You can see some of our initiatives on the screen. Recently, we worked with the town in developing and construction a nationally recognized handicap-accessible playground for children including those with special needs. The league contributed $150,000, and we raised another $850,000. Back in the early 90s, we contributed $100,000 to the creation of a shelter for children in crisis. We secured $600,000 in federal grants and were able to get the actual house donated. Today, it is known as Kids in Crisis. Last year, it served over 6,000 children, providing free round-the-clock services from domestic violence intervention to neglect, family conflict, and more. Another significant bricks and mortar project to date was Child Care 2000, a full-day year-round learning environment for children ages 6 weeks to 5 years old. The Junior League raised a total of $3 million for the projects, which includes a $1 million tuition assistance fund. We also funded the construction of a skate park in Greenwich, with $75,000 of league contributions and another $100,000 raised in private funding. The Greenwich Pool and Byram Park project will be the largest capital project that we have. The new facility will include a 6,400 square foot pool, which will accommodate 250 people, has a zero entry, 6 defined 25-meter lap lanes, and an area for water aerobics, swim lessons, family swimming, and is fully ADA compliant. There will be a separate kiddie pool with a 20-person capacity, a 1,000-foot square splash pad for 40 people, new restrooms, changing rooms, lifeguard station, concession, and parking. The pool project is just one component of the town's master plan to renovate the 30-acre Byram Park where the pool is situated. Effective communication was the key to our success, and we had to start with our own members. Gaining member support and then keeping them apprised, engaged, and enthusiastic took a lot of talking. We used a variety of communication channels, including our weekly e-news emails, updates at GMMs, our biannual print communications. In addition, there were detailed reviews provided to our Finance Council and Board of Directors. We also found that a committee composed of both active and sustainer members was a highly successful model for membership engagement, given that our league is approximately two-thirds sustainer. Member buy-in was necessary to approve the initial $40,000 contribution to architectural and engineering studies over 2 years, which in turn signaled to the community and town decision makers that we were committed to this project. At the same time, facing outward was equally important in order to engage our partners across the community. Raising public awareness and then going further to obtain their support was critical. In order to stay afloat, we needed to gather as many allies as possible. In the end, through the depth and breadth of this process, we gained many outstanding backers for the project in our community. Here on the slide, you can just see some of the groups we partnered with, and this meant a lot of meetings and phone calls and talking. Of these, the most important target audience, however, was actually our partner, the town of Greenwich, the government. They are the public part of the public-private partnership. It was not simply one group, however, our town government is multi-layered. To put this in context for you, the Greenwich Representative Town Meeting, whose governance structure is one of volunteer residents elected to represent all Greenwich citizens, is the second largest governing representative body in the United States, behind only the U.S. Congress, with over 230 members, all of whom would have a final vote in approving the project. So how did we do it? Well, the president of the league spoke at the project's behalf at many public forums. Members of the pool committee attended critical RTM meetings, and we also offered an open house to RTM members at our headquarters and reviewed the project with them. Between January and May of 2015 alone, we attended and spoke at over 30 town meetings. Communication is not just about talking, it's also about getting the community directly involved. Positive PR was a critical factor in getting the funding and the project approved. We were visible in local parades, gave interviews to newspapers and on the radio station. We organized a family fun day on Father's Day at the park, and we held annual cleanup days at the park and the beach that attracted volunteers of all ages from all over town. We created a pool-themed Christmas tree at our annual holiday festival, the Enchanted Forest, and last year's high mark was a replica of the new pool facility done in gingerbread, which was proudly displayed in the lobby of our town hall for over a month until the mice got the best of it. The approval process was long and arduous. We never missed an opportunity to use our voice to communicate to key decision makers the importance of the project. The process represented on the slide here reflects only the last year in a 3-year process, one that is utilized annually by our town to identify and select capital projects. Over the past 3 years, we were thrown several curveballs. Hurricane Sandy changed the FEMA flood zones impacting this project as it sits on Long Island Sound. This resulted in an adjustment in the placement of the pool. Then, as we began the town's land use approval process, soil testing determined levels of arsenic at the site. As you can imagine, arsenic doesn't rate high when it comes to PR buzzwords. Remediation of the soil added to the project's cost, sending the estimate upwards and past $11 million. This unsettled everyone, even supporters, both outside of the Junior League and within our own membership. Finally, it took skilled maneuvering and creative lobbying to get the project approved by the representative town meeting. There was a concerted effort against the project, so when we attended these meetings, it wasn't always, "Thank you, Junior League, for offering to donate $250,000 and raise $2.5 million." In fact, sometimes it was extremely confrontational. But we only needed a majority, and we were literally counting every vote. And here's a spoiler alert, we prevailed. The Junior League's financial support was a critical factor in giving us a seat at the table and eventually adequate leverage to secure the project's approval from the representative town meeting. In addition to staffing and operating a project committee for 4 years and the $40,000 we contributed in support of the architectural and engineering work, the Junior League has now committed to a capital campaign with the goal of raising $2.5 million towards the total project cost of $9.5 million. The campaign includes a lead gift from the Junior League of $250,000. The remainder will be solicited from private sources. With the town's budget commitment in place, we are now focused on the design and execution of our capital plan. The 2015-16 Pool Committee is composed of 18 active and sustaining members and is structured to address 3 project areas. 1. Project research. 2. Donor research. 3. Marketing, communications, and PR. Each team has a team leader and an advisor who is a Junior League member with extensive fundraising experience. Our next steps will include a quiet phase to solicit lead and major gifts and a public phase to solicit broad community support. We are very proud of our role as a facilitator in this public-private partnership. We have been the catalyst for getting the project approved and garnering support throughout the community. Promoting volunteerism, developing the potential of women, and improving the community, however, were our primary goals. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to contact us, and thank you for your time.